So I typically don't film my warm-up sessions because I'm just pushing around. Last time I did little stretches. Probably should do that because I just felt pretty hard. I was just pushing around and I did a loop around the skate park, and as I was coming back, I was losing a little bit of speed. I was just kind of cruising and decided to try a little nose manual from my previous video. I was kind of talking about like how do you bail out of a nose manual if you get kind of like a squirrely, weird kind of situation. I ate shit pretty hard right now. My right knee or my left knee hurts, so I guess I don't know how I just remember kind of losing balance, and then I just remember being on the ground hurting, and my right wrist hurts pretty bad, so I must have came down on it to try to catch myself, but it feels kind of weak when I'm grabbing stuff right now and moving it in a certain way. I have only been here for maybe 5 minutes, not even that much. Well, now that I got my camera set up and everything, I've probably been here for like 10 minutes. That was literally like my first push around just to kind of warm up. But I was nose manualing. I'm regular footed, so I was going, that nollie style. My left knee hit the ground, I guess, and I just remember waking up. I was on this side, so I must have like how how did I hit? I don't even. I should just record everything I do because I'm really curious to see how that transpired. Like, I don't remember. I just remember getting in the nollie or the nose manual for a moment, and then I just kind of remember losing balance, and then I was on the ground. Like, I don't remember anything about it. So yeah, so I'm gonna push around a little bit more, and I'm gonna film because if I have a situation that happens like that again, I'd like to have it on film just to see what the hell happened. Falling sucks, period. I mean, there's just no way about it. Falling down on the ground hurts, and it sucks. Being as a kid, probably be able to recuperate a little bit better, but being in your 40s is even worse because how often is a grown adult really falling down and stuff like that? I'm not used to it. However, if I feel like I was a little bit more prepared, like I knew I was going to fall, or I would be able to probably potentially bail a little bit better, and maybe brace myself differently, or maybe roll, or try to catch myself, so, et cetera, et cetera. But it was just all of a sudden I was on the ground. Welcome back to another session with Korg. Thank you for joining. This episode is If I Live or Die. Hey guys, this is Korg. Here for another session. Should be session 7. Just kind of push around, mess around, nothing too specific. I've been working on nose manuals, as you can see, the last few episodes. So I might mess around with that. Definitely want to try a couple kick flips, a couple ollies. I got to go to work in a couple hours, so I'm not trying to completely burn myself out of energy. And it looks like there's some rain clouds coming in, so I don't know how long I have. But did a little warm-up sesh earlier, and ate shit pretty hard. Unfortunately, I did not have that on camera. Just ramp riding a little bit. I'm gonna get more familiar and used to it. Maybe try to build up more calf muscle and the way it feels going up and down them. Felt pretty solid. That's about the extent of what I do when I get on the ramps. I don't have confidence and crazy amount of speed coming up and down them, so I'm not trying to really get too crazy with it. I feel over the last it's been over a month since I've been skating now, so since that time frame I've definitely felt more comfortable on my skateboard and feeling like I have more balance and all that good stuff, but I'm just not out skating enough to really hone the muscles that I need and the balance that I would like to return to one of these days. As you can see in my ollies, there's like that new beginner look to that ollie that I have right now. Oh, I haven't whooped on an ollie like that in a minute, so okay. see, I just don't have the power and the strength or the style right now. My ollies, I contribute that to a lot of things. I mean, being able to skate more is one of them. Just being able to get out and work on things like that. So doing little things like this, just going up and down the ramp, I feel is useful for me, just to kind of get the feel and the balance. And I could definitely feel, like I was saying in a couple videos ago, my foot muscle strength. I can feel my feet, especially my left foot. I could feel it like really trying to hang onto the board and control the board to make sure that I'm keeping myself as stable as possible. So those are just, I can feel the muscles working. So that's a big part of it, right? That I feel like, as I'm regular foot, I feel like my left foot is doing a lot of that controlling when I'm pushing to keep my foot and my board straight, turn to the left or the right. It's doing a lot of that movement, a lot of the fine movements, and a lot of the weight is just kind of kept on that foot, especially when you're pushing the leg and everything like that. So developing those muscles is crucial, because right now I definitely feel the muscles of my foot, and my brain is focusing on that when I'm pushing around. So I think that plays a little bit into it, right? When you get to a spot where you're not having to think about things so much, right, and just focusing on what you're trying to do versus thinking about like these other little nuances of pushing a board around and skating. I think that's kind of like that next step in progression where I'd like to be. Whoa! I had a feeling there'll be days like that where I'm just having a bad day. Like, I want to be out here, but it's just a bad day for skating. Mentally not there, physically not there, whatever, the two combined. Or like, I'm here because I want to be here, right? It's like that weird thing where I don't want to be here, but I do want to be here. I think there'll be days like that. I think part of it is I'm doing a little OT on my day off, which I just kind of wanted to chill. I got new bushings in these trucks. So the Ace trucks that I have, they come with a very soft bushing, and they're white. They come with white, and then the replacement ones that I got, they're white as well. These are their Ace bushings, and they're harder duro. They're either a 91 or 94 duro, and that's for both top and bottom. The bushings that come with the trucks are like 81 tops and like 84 bottoms, or some weird combo like that. These they feel like they're, because the other bushings were very soft and turny, and they would turn very easily. And these have, oh, that was bad. These are a bit tougher, so they're not as turny, but they're definitely still fairly nimble. And I think the reason for that is because of I think it's the pivot cups, or there's something with the cups that just make these trucks turn easier, from my understanding. So even though that I have a harder duro bushing in the trucks, they still have a really good turn radius. I might not be doing anything too fancy, but continuously using more of the obstacles around here, I feel, even though I'm not doing anything, all these crazy gnarly tricks on them, I still feel that getting used to skating different obstacles, even at a very entry level basic way of getting into things and onto things, I think it's a big help. Getting my confidence up, working through how things feel, just being out skating too is huge. But let me see if I can ollie on top of the thumb box. That might be a pretty good little stepping stone to be able to get my ollies up higher. Now, being able to Ollie manual would be great. Okay. I'm gonna probably throw a few of these just to kind of get my feel of what it feels like to get up there, just so you guys can see if you want to go board length this way, or if you want to do board length that way. Is that like 1.5 boards? I mean, it's not that tall, and I do feel that I have enough hops to get up there, but it's putting everything together: the board, the movement, the feel, right? Ooh, that could have been it. And I don't know if I had a bad pop. The board ended up going like this way, right? Going a little bit out for me. So I noticed that, I got scared. I bailed because I didn't want to land on this, because it's not, in my opinion, it doesn't feel like it's like the board is sitting within both of the rails on this side, the angled iron. So it's like a board and a tail worth of space. So yes, there's enough room, but I think, again, it's more of that mentality of, I feel like I don't have enough room, but in reality there is. But when my board turned that way, I don't know if I psyched myself out originally when I popped, but turning that way, I feel would have not been good. Oh, fuck yes. Fuck yes. Woo. Okay. Not bad. When I land it, I obviously got surprised. I definitely wanted to commit to it. I landed it. But then again, to me, in reality, there's enough room, but to me, it feels too short. So once I landed it, I was like, oh my God. And then I was like getting to the end already. I'm like, oh shit, what do I do? Okay. Still a little sketch, but I did it. This, on the other hand, still a little sketch. Didn't really care for how I came off of it, but I'm getting better. But this, on the other hand, I feel if I practice this more, will give me the extra strength and knowing that I can get up higher obstacles, be able to get my technique down, right, and be able to kind of push myself to that next level. So if I continue to practice these, I feel would be a great benefit to progressing just everything about what I'm doing. I'm getting on, which is good. I'm not landing the way I want to land on the board, which is not good. But I am landing it, and it's enough to keep my balance. But it's not enough to keep my balance to the point where I feel like I have control the whole way through. So I need to learn that to get on the manual pad. Okay, that was better. I don't like exactly where my foot placement was and everything, but that was the best feel from beginning to end so far. Oh, that was bad. No, that was bad. I psyched myself out for the whole way through. Okay, getting better. Let me see if I can get one more on here. Oh, best one so far. Peace.